Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to Metalheads, and I swear if that Metalhead song is in this compilation, I'm going to go ape. Yes everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jake Monroe. I'm your host today, as I was last time and will continue to be, and we're jumping back into the wonderful world of Metalheads on TikTok. Yay. God damn it! Not metal, by the way. It's a trend. Yeah, and it's not metal. That's the whole point. People like this song. It's trending. It's trending for chicks who want to try really hard to convince everyone that they're metal. You can choose not to partake. This is your choice. You can choose not to partake in stupid trends. You can pick and choose if this is a good look for the metal scene, or you as a metalhead. You didn't get an email from TikTok being like, I'm sorry to have to inform you, but you are forced to take part in this trend today. I know it may be but you have an obligation as a metalhead on TikTok. 5 foot? You're 5 foot? You're standing next to a door. I bet that Asian guy could figure it out. Yeah, also be super careful if you're 5 foot tall. I can't believe that Psycho Stick is still relevant in these days. I can't believe how much that's permeated generations. It has. You could say Psychostic, but I always heard it as Psycho Stick. My favorite Psycho Stick song was 2-Ton Paperweight. I love that song, man. I really like that. The first one I heard was Beer. I think everyone's heard Beer. I think more people have heard this now. They had a song called 2-Ton Paperweight, and it's about how shit his car is. And the funny thing is about Psycho Stick, the dude's actually a really good nu metal vocalist. Like, he's really good at it, and he chose to write this shit. Oh, God. Is Psycho Stick cringe now? Because they were really cool, but they're probably cringe now, I'd say. This chick's going for it. Oh, this chick, she saw that she was in my video and she was actually a good sport about it, quite rare these days. And she actually asked if I would give my list. So allow me to oblige. At the very tippity top, let's have a look here. Metalcore, and I'll tell you as for why. It's because I would say metalcore is probably the most diverse genre of metal there is. It's quite diverse. You can do a lot with metalcore. You can put dubstep into metalcore, and it's still metalcore. Metalcore covers a lot of really, really great bands, and I think everyone has their own idea whenever they hear metalcore. They're like, oh, this band. And also because of how incredibly popular it was whenever it became like a real thing in the mid-2000s. So I'd say metalcore is #1. And below that, probably nu metal. Again, because of how diverse it is. Nu metal was like Slipknot. Nu metal was also Deftones. Nu metal was also Korn. All three of these bands are really good. So you have nu metal, I'd say, second place. And then third place would be prog metal, because prog covers a lot of stuff, including Tesseract, which is probably one of the greatest bands ever. Prog also covers like a lot of gent bands as well, like Periphery, for example, and also Animals as Leaders, and Polyphia, I think. So prog, again, because of how broad and how many amazing bands are in that, and how diverse prog metal is, I'd say that's also then, that would be third place. Fourth would probably have to go to deathcore. The only reason why it's this far down the list is because deathcore tends to get very homogenous very quick. A lot of deathcore bands kind of sound the same. And then in fifth place, I think is probably the last one I'm going to rate here, because top 5 is top 5. So I'd say industrial metal, because you can really get into that shit, right? Industrial metal's got some really great stuff in it. So that would be the top 5. I would, if I'm going to put stuff at the bottom, I would say grindcore, maybe doom. I would put grindcore and sludge at the bottom. Black metal would maybe not break top 10. Oh my god, yes. We need to really address this metal on metal crime statistic that we find within the metalhead community. It's the same with the goth community as well. You have to wet your hair. You have to have sweaty stage hair. Because those lights get hot, man. They're hot as shit. And you burn up there. Plus, you're higher than the audience. And all that heat rises. And you're in it.
Oh my God, what the f? I look good, I look good, I look delicious. I look like a busted up radiator.
I can't honestly say. Going to a concert well, picking a fit for one is stressful as hell because of the temperature. Especially here in the UK, right? Because if you're in the US, specifically one of the hot states, you have AC everywhere. But here in the UK, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be in line. I'm gonna be standing in a queue to get into the show, and you're gonna be outside in the lashing rain and the blowy, windy coldness, right? So you need to dress warm. But then you get inside to the densely packed, warm, insulated venue, and now you're cooking. Right? You're sweating your ass off, and you don't want to trust the cloakroom. And if there is a cloakroom and you do trust it, they obviously charge you for it, and there's a huge queue for it, and then there's obviously a huge queue to get your jacket back at the end of the show. So you kind of have to figure out what's going to be warm, but not too warm, so that when you go inside, you immediately stop melting. Or something you can take off that won't be a massive burden to hold the rest of the concert. So it's going to be freezing wet, cold, and rainy outside, and then it's going to be warm and humid inside. So trying to pick a fit for this is impossible. Whereas if you're in a warm state or a warm country or something, the temperature outside it's going to be warm, and the temperature inside is going to be regulated. So you wear the outfit outside as you would be wearing it inside.
Something takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe.
2042? How old are you?
Ooh.
Phil Anselmo just doing side quests here. Is it the one trying really hard? I think it's the one trying really hard. I don't understand what she's saying. Probably something to the effect of like, I like to relax to crazy psychotic music. I wouldn't say Y'all Want a Single by Korn is a good representation of how heavy and hardcore music can get. Also, it's ironic that Korn released a song called Y'all Want a Single, which I believe was a protest to the record label, and now music has been degraded to this, used as a punchline for a TikTok. What? I think we're about to be blown away here. What? We've all had a femboy phase. Yes, even I. Man, I remember seeing Deer and Grey. I remember seeing Slipknot live in 2009, and it was like the whole lineup. It was the original lineup. It was Joey Jordison, Paul Gray. It was great.
Rock music is nothing more
That's Northern Ireland.
than satanic cyanide.
That's Belfast City Centre. I know exactly where that is.
Get it out of your house, throw it out, and burn it. Rock music.
I know exactly where that is. That's really weird. Belfast City, spotted in the wild. No one loves music more than metalheads. Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's why they get so, let's just say, passionate about defending it and ascertaining someone's authenticity whenever they say they love metal. It's more than just music to them that comes on at the club when they're f***ed up. It's everything to them. It's everything to me. I was originally a metalhead, and I was for so long. You could say I still am. You know, I could put on metal and still have a really great f***ing time, but I haven't listened to metal in quite some time. In fact, I've struggled to listen to metal since Periphery 4 came out. And I know that's when I stopped listening to metal, because I listened to that album so much. I was like, I don't want to listen to metal anymore. It was Periphery 4, like the reptile, the one with reptile on it, and it was I think a month after that album came out, and I listened to it to death, and then I just stopped listening to metal after that. It was weird enough of an event for me to keep a mental note of when I stopped listening to metal, but like I really struggled to get back into metal after that, and I've sort of struggled to find things that excite me until relatively recently. At the end of this year, I will do like a recap of my Spotify playlist of like what I've been listening to, and I'll be going through that. Also, on Fridays, I do stream on Twitch here on Fridays for about 2 hours, and I listen to music with you guys. Copyrighted music that I can't listen to here, but I listen to it over on Twitch, and you guys can recommend songs for me to listen to, and I show you songs that I know of, and the stuff that I've been listening to in the gym, in the car, that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like a fun hangout session. We all get to share in music and all that kind of stuff. And last Friday was black metal, so I don't know what it is this Friday, but yeah, we did black metal last week. That was fun. Is it a brand or? Man, I don't miss having long hair because you feel obligated to headbang. Feels good. But then the next day and the next day, your neck is killing you and your head's like constantly drooping down because of it. I've never been a moshing type though. I don't go to shows to like lose my shit in the mosh pit or anything like that. I go to live shows because as a performing musician myself, I want to watch the band play. I paid a lot of money to see a famous person right in front of me. So I stand there and I watch and I listen, I observe, and I feel like I'm getting probably my money's worth, since you can mosh anywhere, but this famous person playing your favorite music in front of your face is pretty much the only thing this ticket is actually getting you that's exclusive. So yeah, I'm the guy that listens to the band playing. This is it, man. This is what metalheads are all about, though. Right? They're one of the few subcultures out there that are actually super passionate about their music because there is so much of it. Goth always says like, oh, Goth's a music-based subculture. No, it isn't. Not anymore. That's probably maybe how it started, but even that came from something. Gothic rock, right? That's an adjective for rock that sounded gothic. Goth being an abbreviation of that, and hey presto, now you have a name for the subculture. But metal's not like that. Metal is, and always has been, a music-based subculture. And to address some of the absolute mind-numbing buffoonery I've heard from people who should honestly know better, Goth, listen closely, is not a genre of music. It isn't. There is not a goth music genre. There are bands and genres that goths listen to. None of it is called goth music. The closest one is gothic rock. That's it. But it's gothic rock. It's rock that is considered gothic. It's not rock for goths. It's just what it's called. I can't believe we're still bringing up Oakley Dokley. Bloody Word are good. They're really good. Baby metal are alright. Just the problem I have with baby metal is that they are a product of the Japanese music industry. They're plants. They're industry plants. They were just created out of session musicians and a gimmick. There's nothing really authentic about it. It's manufactured artificial metal. Now you can argue that the songs are good either way or whatever. It doesn't really bother me. And I do like some baby metal songs. Hell, I remember listening to baby metal before everyone else found baby metal. Seriously, I'm that guy. I was listening to baby metal before it was cool. I don't know how the fuck I found them, but I did. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you want to continue watching this video, it does continue on for at least another 5 minutes for members and Patreon members, so you can follow the link in the description or you can click join down below. But until then, I had a great day today because I made it a great day, and I'll catch all of you next time. Goodbye everyone.